Grand Rising, Wagwan. How's everybody? I'm gonna start this out by plugging in the radio station, which is playing right now. So you want to listen to something besides the normal station that you're listening to. I'm actually building up the radio station as we speak. I'm adding more music and the things that go with a radio station. So ultimately, anybody interested in having their music played on a radio station, my radio station reaches around the world. Okay, that's the audience. So you have an opportunity to be heard clearly, far away. And with that being said, the opportunity for advertisement is available too. You can place your ad on my radio station, which plays all day. I stream it all day long, nonstop. Okay, 24/7. And with that being said, you can have that as an option. You have to contact me though via email, so we can get the politics done, and then we can get you situated. With that being said, the links and all that will be down in the description. Support the channel, support my live streams that I have, support my posts, please support my shorts, support the radio station. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on TikTok, follow me on IG, follow me on YouTube. IG, I'm masksquadgreen. I don't do much over there. I used to do other things. I may post every once in a while, but that's just about it lately. And TikTok, I'm building up my TikTok, but we're jumping. We're over almost 400 people. You know what I mean? So we're going rising in a short period of time. Same with YouTube. I'm saying with Facebook. Facebook, we're 100 and something. We ain't got too many yet, but we're rising. Collectively, between everything, we're a little over 1,000 between everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get all my subscribers from each account to come to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So you already know the vibes. Support me. You know what I mean? Follow me. We're going to keep this knowledge going. We're going to keep growing. We got so many more things we're doing. I'm spreading myself so thin right now. And as soon as I do this, I got to jump off and do my little online job real quick. So I'm always spreading myself super thin. But like I said before, if you want the option to have your advertisement placement or music placement, hit me up. Or even if you just want to deliver some knowledge to the world, you think you have something to say, there's a way to do that too. Hit me up in the email and we can discuss whatever value. And also there will be giveaways on the radio station, so tune in for that. When our radio station gets to a certain level, I will start posting these things, and it will be something you can listen to that will tell you over and over and over through the day about the giveaways. So be prepared for that. All right. Like I said, links in the description for the radio station. So go follow that. NAGA's radio station. You already know the vibes. All right. So, matter of fact, let me see. Chill. See, I just got to hit the button and it come right on. Say it's because it's playing. You know what I mean? But I can't do both. All right. So look, today we're gonna drop a level of clarity, right? And it was particular because I was speaking on it. I was speaking on it when I was speaking about health. It might have been yesterday, and I was speaking towards what this lady was saying when she was reading the ingredients on different particular things. And natural things only say it's just that. It's nothing in it because it wasn't processed as far as being packaged. Now, with that being said, you're looking at a natural situation for what's added to it, not for the health benefits. Because if it has ingredients, that means they had to change the natural process of things. That was important to me. And for some reason, my subconscious kind of meditated on that through the day. Like it just kept popping up in my head like it was something else to that I was supposed to take from that level of information. So I was like, yo, what do you try? So I just went through and I kind of, was still in my thoughts through the whole day. Very still in my thoughts. Like didn't really get too active as far as, letting all the downloads and stuff be the main aspect. I kind of stayed in a particular aspect with my conscious. And doing that, it allowed me to focus on that particular retrospect as a thing. When you get closer to understanding who you are, right? And your awareness as a person, as an individual, as a whole, as you're connected to the universe, your spiritual understanding, your stability in yourself. When you start to get to this point, the definition in itself speaks to universal principle. And ultimately, you should be feeling that the awareness of the attribute is the natural. It's the natural. So when you are being aware of the fact of your purely natural understanding of oneself, tainting that with impurities or processes would make that non-natural. That's not natural. Not more. Being a swift and changeable, never remainable, always the same though being. We can filter. So this means you don't have to stay stagnant. You don't have to stay in one mindset. You don't have to hold on to particular things. You do that because you want to. It's a choice. Anger, frustration, the multiplicity of whatever character that may take place in one circumstance. They're all choices. Even when they're aggressed in the beginning, like you can choose to be calm at your height of anger. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to let these things go. That shows the level of control. That doesn't speak to negative nor positive. But my point to this whole thing is when you look at non-natural and you look at natural and you understand from your self-awareness that you are natural, then you start to be aware of the presence. The presence of itself speaks to the value of creation. The more natural you stay, the more of the representation of what is that you are. There is no explanation for that. There's no need for an explanation for that. This is where stillness comes in at its height of a value. Take it as an example as if you are the boss. Your stern face on the floor towards your employees will garner an action. These things are the same particular way with particular values, understanding your natural pretense and who you are and what you are. Only when you're in that mind state, in that mindset or that mind state, is when these things are at their fullest value for you to have as an understanding. Ultimately, you're going to always try to procure a particular value to your characteristic trait because these characteristics are not fulfilled in the value of understanding oneself. So therefore, these characteristic traits manifest into emotional value, lack thereof of the understanding to these particular values. Why do you need particular values if you're just natural? It's because then become non-natural. It becomes upon then the non become non-natural. Woot. So your discussion is not from a standpoint of natural understanding because you have to prove the point of discussion. Everything that works in this attribute on all spectrums around the facet of the existence of one being starts to attach to every value as natural connections, no matter what there is. If I'm coming from the head, if I'm coming from the ear, if I'm coming from the shoulder, arms, the side, the liver, the spleen, the leg, the kneecap, the ankle, the foot, all around from the bottom of the feet, back around to this side and continuously. If I'm coming from any attribute of those, it has to be connected to me directly. It's weird sometimes to have fun with it if I take my voice, as I do with the music, and I put a different voice on it, a female's voice on my rhymes. Supreme thought, supreme being, supreme light. But that's a female's voice on my rhymes that I put on my flow. I got another one, I'm like, balls heavy, bench press, so get your size up. change my voice all the way, make it real, real heavy. It's not my voice normally, but it's something in between me and the people who are listening. So what does that do? If I put an image or a different vibration in between me and the people who are listening, what does that do? That garners another image of value to the vibration. They don't see me when they hear that. You see what I'm saying? Unless I put the face with it. And still, the vocals doesn't match if you know the voice. So this is what it means when you are adding things to your retrospective spiritual understanding. It does not speak to you. It speaks to who you're using the middle person for. If you are using something to garner a universal pretense, whoever receives that first has to issue that energy out to you. So now it's filtered again. It's filtered in the perception of how that energy, item, or perception has deemable understanding for that. This is why we need nothing in between us and divine. We not need that, not natural. Nothing in between us and the divine. And when we connect with each other, nothing between us. We connect to each other because we are connecting directly to the divine, and when we connect to each other, that makes a triangle. See, because the point is the source. So automatically, one point goes directly up. 2 points is going to the same source, which makes an arc like this. So if we come together, we make a pyramid. This is electric. This is electrical energy. This is what it does. There's a point of energy. That source is this. We're all going to be pointing to that. Where do you think they get the idea for a Christmas tree from? But it was contrast for them. They did it that way. It was this for us. It wasn't a star on top of the tree. It was the source energy and our points meeting to a point. That was the contrast. That's the only way they can manifest that value, Santa. So they had the tree and all that and put the bodies on it and whatever. I ain't going to even go there. I'm not going there. But you already know the vibes. I ain't going to hold you. Your existence is enough for everything that needs to be explained. And this is the truth that people don't want you to understand. When you start to pull away from everything that controls your circumference of how you have a characteristic understanding of oneself, and as soon as these things do not emotionally affect you, you are not controlled by the system at that point. So be mindful when you are attaching yourself to things, trying to get an understanding from other people, because naturally you're not going to get that understanding from people no way. So it's not about you garnering an understanding or a comprehension from a circumstance. It's about you being mindful and having self-awareness of yourself. As soon as you do that, you start to walk up these stairs. You already know the vibes. Love, NAGA, you know the vibes. You already know the vibes. You already know the vibes. Radio station in the description.